Today, a clinical hold on a myelofibrosis drug, a breakthrough therapy designation in sarcoma, an ODAC meeting scheduled for a novel agent in lung cancer, and pivotal data on therapies for breast and lung cancer. Hello and welcome to OncLive News Network. I'm Laura Jones. The FDA placed a full clinical hold on trials exploring Pacritnib for myelofibrosis after reports of patients' deaths related to intracranial hemorrhage, cardiac failure, and cardiac arrest in the Phase 3 PERSIST-2 trial. Under the hold, all patients have been taken off clinical trials and are required to discontinue treatment with the JAK2 FLT3 inhibitor. The FDA has recommended that the developer of the drug, CTI Biopharma, should conduct additional dose exploration studies for Pacritnib in patients with myelofibrosis, and that the company should amend existing protocols, revise consent forms, and submit final data from the PERSIST-2 and the earlier phase PERSIST-1 studies for further review. In the PERSIST-1 study, Pacritnib demonstrated improvements in spleen volume and symptom control versus best available therapy for patients with myelofibrosis. Findings from the PERSIST-1 trial had been submitted to the FDA. However, following the clinical hold, CTI Biopharma announced that it had withdrawn its new drug application. In synovial sarcoma, the FDA granted a breakthrough therapy designation to an affinity-enhanced T-cell therapy for pretreated patients with inoperable or metastatic disease. The therapy is designated for patients who harbor HLA-A201, 205, or 206 alleles whose tumors express the NY-ESO-1 tumor antigen and were treated with prior chemotherapy. The decision is based on Phase 1-2 data that showed that the treatment induced a 50% response rate. 90% and 75% of the patients receiving the target or any dose, respectively, remained alive and in a follow-up at the time of the data analysis. The breakthrough therapy designation will expedite the development and review of this novel therapy. An ODAC advisory meeting has been scheduled by the FDA to discuss the new drug application for ruxolitinib as treatment for patients with metastatic EGFR T790M mutated non-small cell lung cancer. The rolling submission was completed for the agent in July 2015, but a pre-planned review meeting regarding changes in the response rates from 2 pivotal ongoing trials prompted the FDA to request additional data. In the updated findings, evaluable patients treated with the 500 milligram dose experienced a confirmed objective response rate of 28%. In patients treated with a higher dose, the response rate was 34%. The duration of response was 9 months for both doses. The current action date for ruxolitinib is June 28, 2016. Pivotal data on therapies for patients with breast cancer and non-small cell lung cancer were recently published in The Lancet Oncology. In the Phase 3 Extenet study, neratinib was shown to have a 2-year disease-free survival rate of 93.9% versus 91.6% with placebo for patients with early HER2-positive breast cancer. In patients with HER2 and HR-positive disease, the 2-year DFS rate was 95.4% with neratinib and 91.2% with placebo, representing a 49% benefit. Overall, 95.4% of patients treated with neratinib experienced all-grade diarrhea. Early results from a separate Phase 2 trial have shown that prophylactic loperamide is effective for controlling the diarrhea. A second study published in The Lancet Oncology presented data for the immune checkpoint combination of durvalumab and tremelimumab in patients with advanced non-small cell lung cancer. The objective response rate was 23%, and responses were seen in patients regardless of PD-L1 status. AstraZeneca, the company developing both agents, has launched Phase 3 trials examining the combination in the first-line NSCLC setting. And that'll do it for today. Thanks so much for watching OncLive News Network. I'm Laura Jones. We'll see you next time.